On your cat sprite, drag in a forever block and two if-then blocks. In the sensing block, change it so that if the right arrow is pushed, we change X by 3. Then duplicate that block, and if the left arrow is pushed, change X by -3. For our third if, drag in an equals block and set it to equals 1. In your variables area, please make a variable and call it lose life. Then we can say that if our lose life is 1, in the looks area, we're going to switch the costume to Boom. Then we're going to wait 0.4 of a second, and then we're going to switch the costume back to the cat. We can join up those three if statements, pop them inside our forever block, and then attach it to the play block. A reminder that you can make the preview area bigger and smaller to make it easy to code and to test your code. If we play the game and use our arrows, the cat moves as expected. Once we create the game and make variables, you will want to go into the variables area and untick the variables that you don't want to display. Our next step is to go into the sprite area and upload a new sprite. Go into your Curiosity Assets folder, choose one of the sprites, the blue one can be recolored, and give your sprite the name Yarn. Next, go into the costumes area, select your sprite, and make it smaller by dragging from the corner. Remembering, of course, to center your sprite. You can zoom into the sprite to help you get it centered. To recolor that blue vector, choose the color that you want, then use the paint tool to systematically recolor it. And there's what my ball of wool looks like, and a reminder that you can do additional resizing in the sprite area. Next, please go into the code area on your ball of wool. When the green flag is pushed, we actually want to hide this sprite, which means we will also bring out a show block for use in the near future. We need a when I receive play, a forever block, and an if block, where we're going to say if the space is pressed. In the motion area, instead of going to a random position, we can go to our cat. And if you notice that your sprite name is a bit strange, please click on the cat sprite and rename it. Then go back to the yarn sprite, and in the control area, we're going to create a clone of our yarn. We don't want to have our yarn being created too quickly. So between balls of yarn, we are going to wait 0.3 of a second. And this if can go inside the forever, and the forever gets attached to the play. In our control area, we also need a block that says when I start as a clone. We need to show our ball of yarn, and we then need a repeat until block. To set up the condition, we need to say if it's touching the edge, we need an or condition, and then we're going to set up a variable called remove yarn. In your variables area, please make a variable and call it remove yarn, and our block will go until remove yarn is 1, or we've reached the edge. We do need to untick remove yarn so that it doesn't appear in our preview area. And at this point, to make our ball of yarn go upwards, we're going to change the Y by 10. When we get to the end, in our variables area, we're wanting to set remove yarn to 0. And of course, we need to delete the clone. So let's give it a go and see if that worked. If I push play and I push space, we can see that my cat is shooting balls of yarn.